I was talking to a good friend of mine that is about to have a baby in about 3 months, and we got to the conversation of raising kids and how to not have them be a spoiled brat and all that kind of stuff. And even though I don't have any kids, he asked me an interesting question. He goes, I know you don't have any kids, but if you had kids or when you have kids, what will be the one thing that you will teach them and you will make sure that they learn over anything else? After talking, if you know anything about me, you know that I can never keep things down to a basic 1 or 2 things. I always have to make everything long and complicated. So I told him I won't give you one thing because I don't know what that one thing would be, but I'll give you 3 basic core things that I will teach my kids, because I think that my kids and truly anybody will benefit and will have an easier life if they have these 3 things. One of the 3 things that I told him is something that I think it's so important for anybody to master. And whether you're a boy or a girl, whether you have a daughter or a son, I think this one thing is really important for kids to learn and grow up with. Now, I said 3 things. Today I'm going to review one of them. Comment below if you want me to go deeper on the other 2. But for now, let's just go into this one thing. Give me about 10 minutes and you'll see what I'm talking about here. My name is Andrew Pizzi. I'm an investor and entrepreneur out of Las Vegas, and I want to welcome you to the AP Show, where I'll be reviewing how to build a great life around health, wealth, love, and happiness, which I believe are all needed in order for you to have a great life overall and not just in one specific area. Okay, so before we start the video, I need a few things from you as usual. And one of them I already asked you to do, but I don't care. I'm just gonna ask you again. Please comment below with any thoughts on this topic we're gonna review today, but also with any future recommendations for future videos. I pay attention to the comments and I use them as things that we need to be reviewing in future videos, so please do so. Also, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and that's going to notify you every Monday when I drop a video, and I believe that you should benefit from all this info that we're reviewing, so please do so. Last but not least, please hit the like button so that YouTube can push this content out to a new audience that can benefit from info like this. My goal from day one on this channel has always been to reach as many people and give them all the tips that I wish that I had prior to starting in the business world and just having a better life overall. As I've said in the past, I don't have any courses, I don't have any links or anything that you need to buy from me. All I ask from you is those 3 simple things for me to give you all this information that we're reviewing. And again, I don't have anything to charge you, so please just do those 3 things and then I'll be set with those 3. With that being said, let me give you the one thing that we're going to be reviewing today before you click out of the video, because we're not getting anywhere in here. I'm going to give it to you and then I'm going to elaborate on that after. The one thing I want my kids, and everybody should want their kids to do, is to learn how to control their state. Now, this is also truth for adults. So the fact that I was talking to him about kids and my kids and his kids doesn't mean that this is not truth for adults. Adults should also learn this. Why should everybody learn about this? Again, everybody should pay attention to this. And the reason why is because way too many people, in fact, I would say probably 95% of people, let everything that happens around them carry away how they react and let it ruin their day, the week, the month, and eventually their life. You can't control everything that happens around you. That's for sure. There are going to be things that are out of your control, but what you can control is how you react to those things. And let me tell you something. That's going to determine a ton how your life is going to go. On the other hand, not only you can't let external things determine how you react to them, but also you can't let how you're feeling determine whether you perform or you don't perform. This is massively important, and this is something that I actually presented about a year ago, and the presentation was all about the difference between motivation and discipline. You letting your feelings determine and dictate on whether you're going to perform or not is a lack of discipline. Motivation won't be there every single day, but discipline will. Now, you can't let how fearful you are stop you from doing the things that you need to be doing. For example, starting a business. You can't let how tired you are not let you do the things that you need to do. For example, get up early, go to the gym, and perform at work. If you want to be successful in life, you cannot let fear let you not perform and do the things that you're supposed to be doing. The moment you let that happen, it's game over. Business is not going to grow and it's not going to exist, nor are you going to get to experience life to its fullest if you let fear drive your decisions and your performance. Let me tell you something. The consequences of not overcoming fear are bigger than overcoming fear. I promise you this. I'm going to give you the two examples, and one of them is going to be how letting external things affect you can slow you down. But also, I'm going to give you an example in which letting what you're feeling in that moment affect your performance can affect you too. Now, as always, I won't give you the problem without giving you the solution. So today, with each example, I'm giving you a way so that you can overcome that, so that you can become as disciplined as possible. Now, with this video, I don't mean that I'm perfect. So take this for whatever it's worth. Example number one is, let's say that you're leaving your house, you're getting on the freeway and you're driving to the office. You're excited, you're listening to music, and you're ready to start your day. You're driving on the freeway. Somebody cuts you off. It causes you to slow down. It causes you and pushes you to take a different route, and it's going to take you longer than usual to get to your office. It pisses you off and you're so mad about it. You let that carry out throughout the day, and then you answer the phone wrong. You answer to everybody who's talking to you the wrong way. Therefore, you sell less, and that causes you to have a really bad day just because you let somebody cutting you off on the freeway affect your emotions. And let me tell you, if you let things like that happen, anything that happens will affect you that way. Not just that one specific example. Example number two is related to fear, but it's also related to me. It's my own example, and it's the example of a month prior to me opening my insurance agency. I was actually so scared to open my insurance company that for so many days I doubted on whether I should open it or not. And I got it to a point where I almost quit and didn't open my insurance company and went back to working for the company that I was working prior to opening my company. That would have haunted me my entire life, and trust me, I would have regretted it so much if I didn't say, forget this, I'll fear the fear and do it anyway. Now, let's be honest. Is this you? And be honest. Are the things around you, if you look back and you're honest, are the things that happen around you affecting you? And also, is fear, sadness, tiredness, whatever, affecting your performance? If it is, let me tell you something. Most people do. So don't even waste time denying it, because the sooner you admit it, the sooner you can start working on the things that you need to do to fix it. Here are the things that I do. For fear, for example, I'm going to start with that one because it's one, massively important to overcome the feelings that you have and perform, but it's also an easy fix. Every time fear is about to talk you out of doing something that you know that you should be doing and that is exciting for you, do the following exercise. Close your eyes and start telling yourself the pain of discipline is less than the pain of regret. And as you're thinking that, and as you're telling yourself that, also imagine the life that you're going to live if you take the risk and it works out. And also imagine the life that you will have if you don't take the risk, you back out, and you don't get the goal that you're trying to get to. Now, let me promise you something. When you think about how it can be if it works out and how it can be if you don't even try, let me tell you, the fear of doing it will go away instantly because it will be overrode by the fear of not even knowing how it's going to turn out. Now, how do we fix the first one that we talked about, which is not letting things that happen around you affect you? The way I do it for my own case, to not let things that happen around me ruin my day, my week, my month, and my life eventually, is two things. The first one, I start my day with some form of gratitude. What I do is I list the things that I'm thankful for. My health, my family, I have a job, I have a life full of blessings. And trust me on this, when you start your day with that and you go on the freeway and somebody cuts you off, it's really hard for that person to ruin your day when 15 minutes prior to that, you were looking at the sky, being thankful for all the beautiful things that you have in your life. It's really hard for you to come from a gratitude state to being negative just because somebody cut you off. it's just not going to have the same effect as if you're coming from rushing and not having, being thankful for what you have in your life. It's just not as easy for somebody to disrupt your gratitude state than if you didn't have that conversation with yourself prior to leaving your house. You can also take it one step further, and you can actually start picturing things that could happen before they even happen, and start asking yourself, how would I react to this if it happens? Something that I do every single morning. For example, how would I react if somebody rear ends me? For most people, they'll ruin their day if they get into a vehicle accident. For me, I come from a gratitude state, but I also come from knowing that if this happens, it won't ruin my day. To me, it'll be exchange information, exchange insurance, IDs, fix the car, move on. That's it. The second thing that has helped me a ton is to have the 30-3-3 rule. What does this mean? I won't spend more than 30 minutes being upset about something that in a scale from 1 to 10, it's a 1 to 4. I won't spend more than 3 hours being upset about something that in my scale is a 4 to 7. And I won't spend more than 3 days in something that is in my scale a 7 to 10. Now, for this to work, you're going to have to take a list and write down the things that are actually a 1, a 10, and whatever in your scale. Why? Because to me, the only thing that can take 3 days of my life being upset about are either me losing my health or me losing my mom. Anything else that happens is a 6, a 4, a 3, a 1, and I won't spend more than 30 minutes being upset about it. Trust me, that's powerful and that's massive. With all of that being said, thank you so much for watching all the way until the end. As always, 2 things. Comment below with your thoughts about today's video, but also go follow me on Instagram so that you can get daily content from me there, and you can also reach out to me with any questions that you may have. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching.